Yo, what up? It's Destructive Films, and I'm here with the homeboy.
Antweezy. As much as you guys all know me.
I'm here with the homeboy Antweezy. He's been in the game for a very long time. He's accomplished a lot of things, and he also has a lot of things coming up. So we brought him up here so he can chop it up about it. If you want to go ahead and just let him know a little bit of yourself and your background and just the things that you've done in the game for the people that don't know, because there's plenty of people like me who do know.
Right.
There's also a lot of audience that, we got to refresh their memory.
Right. Yeah, there is, man. So let's go ahead and get started. So my name's Anthony, but a lot of people know me by Antweezy. I've been in the game maybe since I started 2013, 14. I started off as a promoter in Santa Barbara, and I was working at this venue. Not working at this venue, but I was booking this venue called Velvet Jones down on State Street, 423. And I started off there with my first show. And from that first show, it just gave me like a whole new perspective of like what field I'm in, what I stepped myself into, and what door I just opened up, because I didn't even know what to expect from that. I got the idea of doing shows from watching My Sweet 16 on MTV.
Oh, shit.
Straight up, I was like, I want to have a concert for my birthday. I want to put something great, because my birthday was coming up. So that's why in the beginning, I did a lot of my shows around November. You know what I mean? Because my birthday's November 8th. So I wanted to just revolve around something that I was doing that I felt passionate about around that time. So then after that, I kept doing shows. I was very consistent. I worked with a lot of different people and booked a lot of different artists, brought them to the town. A few years after that, one specific artist that I worked with in the beginning reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to work with them and do some things with them and kind of bring my skills to their house.
How did that come about? How did that come about to where they reached out to you? Like, how was that connection built?
So the connection was built because the artist that I met is King Lil G, and that was out in Oxnard, actually out here. He came to 5150 clothing or studios. Yeah, recording out there. And I met him there, and it was probably like 2011, 2012. And I told him I was a promoter at the time when I really wasn't yet, but I had the idea. And I approached him with it. And he's like, yeah, let me know. We had that first show in Santa Barbara. It pretty much sold out, and that was great. Then after that, I ended up doing more shows, like I said, with other artists, and I brought him back too, like multiple times. I brought him back to the 805. I ended up having to go to, Ventura now too, and do a show there after like the third one or something like that, because it was just getting bigger and bigger. So after I worked with a bunch of other artists and I started doing shows for like the first 3 years, he approached me with the offer or the idea of, come work and let's put our brains together. Let's put our ambitions together and let's make some things happen.
Right.
So I went on that journey, and it was probably one of the greatest journeys and experiences I ever had with what I was doing, trying to pursue in music. And we were able to accomplish a lot. And probably in a span of 5 years, we went on multiple tours around the nation. And, that didn't come easy either.
What happened with Antweezy after that? Like, did you still keep working with more artists? Did you still keep booking shows, or what happened?
Oh, yeah, I still kept on working with other artists, because, everybody was reaching out, even in between that time, before that, and, and after. And, but it came to a point because, I say 5 years because there came a point in my time where I kind of just, life was just kind of getting to me, I guess you could say. And it was really putting a lot of pressure on me because there were certain people in my life that weren't necessarily positive in my life and never really were to begin with since I was born. And they just, it just wasn't a good time. A lot of things that I was doing that I felt other people were happy about and happy for me doing and, proud and excited was just like, it just wasn't real, wasn't genuine. And I didn't come to find all those things out till like later when I started getting pressed about certain things I'm doing, being away from the family, being away from my kid, sacrificing to be out there in the world and, doing what I'm doing with these artists instead of doing what these people rather me see me do, which is not be not be that, not go do that, not make these accomplishments, and not be who I want to be in life.
Right. I feel like a lot of us in this field go through that kind of stuff, you know?
Right.
It's like this life is not for everybody, and not everybody will understand it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like we can never, ever hold ourselves back to who we truly are for anybody. I know I would definitely never do something like that, you know? But because the shit like that it'll fucking break you, you know? It'll make you feel like, damn.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, man, especially it coming from your closest people, family at that, and blood, who are supposed to protect you and be the ones that guide you and consult you in life and tell you things when, you're supposed to, it just didn't work out for me like that in my life.
So at that time, you're discouraged.
I'm discouraged. Yeah. I'm confused. Yeah. I think I should listen to these people rather than what my heart is telling me to do.
Right.
Because this music shit, I'm very passionate about. It's really something what I do. And not only that, I love helping people. And I don't care if I ever made a cent or didn't. I loved helping the people that I helped and the artists that I worked with. Like, that just came from my heart. I loved helping them. I'd help them a million miles without even getting a cent because I want to see them grow. I want to see them be superstars. I want to see them live their lives. They're going to take care of me no matter what. I know that, but I'm not expecting that. But it's just all that I ever want to do was just help people. It's always been in my heart. That's why, like, for a long time before music came, I was a caregiver. And I worked at hospitals, retirement homes, because I just had that care to care for people. And you know what I mean? So once music came, it gave me a purpose, and it gave me a huge purpose. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing now. So even after the 5 years, because when all that was happening, I just didn't want to do shows. I didn't want to be involved with none of that, anything, because I was just tired of getting talked down to and torn apart by these people because they feel that maybe for some reason in their lives, it didn't work out for them, or things didn't happen for them, or, certain people let them down, or they didn't get enough love. But, I wasn't going to let that stop me. So, when you got to cut off people, you got to cut them off, man. You got to do it quick, because if you want to grow and you want to be the person you are, besides jumping out of your own way, you got to get other people out of your own way. You know what I mean? So I have been in the fucking nutshell the last 3 years. 4 years, whatever, since 2019.
But you just needed to step back, take that little breather, kind of just reevaluate and see what you're going through.
I need to step back and get some wisdom and see this perspective from a different angle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And God had me throughout the whole way, because I had my mental breakdown. I had my panic attacks, and we went through so much shit that didn't need to be meant to go through. And it wasted so much energy and time. I lost my grandpa during that time, and I couldn't even spend the last year wanting to spend time with him because I was going through this shit with these people. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a long battle, but it finds over. It's finally over. I broke the cycle. My family is free. My mind is free. My family's minds will always be free. My kids are going to be good. That's right. Ain't nobody ever going to fuck with them like those people ever fucked with us.
Right.
Never. And that's what I teach my kids. I'm like, you gotta, if you're gonna be someone in this world, you gotta be who you want to be. If you're gonna be someone in this world, you gotta choose to be that person. You can't let no one stop you. You can't let no one get in front of you, because I did many times, and it ruined a lot of opportunities. It ruined a lot of relationships. It pushed me back a lot of times. And but like anyone else is gonna be resilient, you know what I mean? You're gonna burn that down. You're gonna pick up the ashes. You know what I mean? And rebuild that shit if you still got passion. That's what you're going to do regardless, bro. If you really want this, that's what you're going to do.
So it feels right now that you're like refreshed, like you're ready to go right now. Like that's what I know.
Yeah.
So you're ready to go. It's game time for Antweezy right now.
It's game time, man, but it ain't going to be the same Antweezy though either. You know what I mean? I'm not really looking to be out there in the field like that no more. I'm not really looking to manage a lot of artists. I'm not really looking to, do a lot of things that I was doing. I'm looking more to just connect people. I want to help people. I want to consult people, and I want to be a music advocate. You know what I mean? I think that's really just my next path in this, and my next purpose, you know what I mean, with this music, because I have been so twisted up these last couple of years. What should I do? Should I put out a single? Should I go do some shows? Should I go be an A&R for someone? Should I go ask someone if they want me to manage them? I was just trying to fit into so many gaps that I know my skills are worth, and I see so many new artists, and I just wanted to, get myself in there and rush it, but it wasn't allowing me to because I was rushing it. So I had to really step back, man, and just learn that, it's going to come to me. I'm going to find it. And it has found me. And I know who I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going. And you know what I mean? Why I'm here now.
You have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the music industry, like the behind the scenes, the business side. So with all the knowledge that you have, if there's like a new artist looking at this, what would you recommend for them? Like, yo, like you're popping off right now. What would you recommend that they need? Like, yo, you need to go and do this, these at least off the bat for them to be successful.
I tell a lot of artists this, and you know this, I've been hitting up a lot of them lately, especially the young generation, because that's who we need to focus on right now. Because that's really who's ambitious right now. You know what I mean? Because they're fresh out of the fucking,
young blood,
game, man. Yeah, that young blood, that fucking,
they're hungry.
Yeah, they're on survival mode right now.
Right.
So what I would tell them, get in the studio, bro. Record 30, 50 tracks, bro. Don't even worry about putting them out. Don't even worry about cover arts. Don't worry about nothing. Just record right now. Record 50 tracks, bro, if you can. And then you and your team, or you by yourself, whoever you're with, dissect all that and make different piles. The yes, the no, the maybe, possibly. Just sort your music out. And then make a game plan. But make the game plan not just for when you're going to release it. Make the game plan of couple months down the way, even if you want to 6 months, a year. I give a lot of artists a 6-month plan. I do. I tell them, like I said, stack up the songs, do all that, dissect them, see what you're going to use, and then save up at least $2,000. You honestly need more, but at least just to start off, man, because these platforms that you're going to promote your music on cost money, bro. All these platforms, no matter how many followers they have, they charge between like 25 to 100, 120 bucks. You know what I mean? Some of them charge even more, 250 to 500, but those are the ones where you're going to get even more exposure, more followers, and it's going to work out.
And you're talking about social media platforms.
Oh, I'm just talking about social media
platforms
so
for them
far.
To push out.
So far, social media platforms, you know what I mean? We have so many. We have so many in LA. We have so many in 805. We have so many in the Bay. Just reach out to them, get in touch with them. Book a couple, because this is the other thing too, bro. This is where it gets scientific, okay? You're not just going to go post one fucking post on that thing and then fucking say it didn't work out for you, because that's why. You got to put yourself in a rotation with these platforms. Kind of how the radio does it. They play a song once, twice a week. We become familiar with that song after a while because it's getting played. You got to put your face, your video, your content consistently on these platforms. You go to That Daily Slap, cool. Do it twice a month, or do it one this month, one the next month. You got to be consistent with them. You can't just post one time on their shit and expect it to work out for you the rest of the year. You got to continue. They got to become familiar with you. So you got to keep on putting yourself in rotation with all these platforms, all these media sites you want to be on. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's going to cost money, but that's not all. You want to also do the campaigns, Spotify campaigns. That's probably like $200 starting off. You know what I mean? Spotify campaign. Then you want to do the YouTube campaign and the Google campaign. That starts off at $0, bro. That ain't shit. You could really just put however much you want and let it do what it's going to do. But just don't forget these campaigns, Google, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud has it too. Even if you don't have your music on SoundCloud, just promote it on there, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You see all the game that he's giving. If you guys ain't paying attention, it's a lot of game. It's a lot of things to learn, You've been in this for many, many years. And now, earlier I heard you say team. Okay, how important is a team for an artist?
A team is very important.
Right.
It's honestly the backbone, the back support, the creative designs and ideas, and just everything else that could either make the album, make the song, make the cover, make the show, or just anything. I mean, there's different positions. So, just grab certain people that you feel that can be in a position to help you, and that, you could either bring them around other people to learn off other people. Because I know a lot of people, they want to bring their friends, and they don't want to leave their friends behind. So they say, fuck it, we're all going to do this and do it together.
Right.
That's cool. You guys are all going to learn the same fucking way. But the artist is going to learn differently because he's an artist. But these other guys, they can't learn the same shit the artists learn. They got to go on and learn their own shit. So they got to go talk to other A&Rs, talk to other music managers, you know what I mean? Go talk to all these other young cats that are coming up and working with artists, and they have their own labels, you know what I mean? And they're doing what they're doing, you know what I mean? Like, you got to go learn, bro. Like, that's the thing about building relationships with people and getting yourself acquainted with people and letting them know that, yo, I'm out here and I'm representing this guy. Don't tell them you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Just tell them I'm representing him. We're just starting off and we're doing this and that, and we're looking forward to doing this and that and getting here, don't fucking be quick to be like, check out my homie's music either. You got to have a genuine conversation with people. And, it's got to be, you got to think of the conversation. I'm going to go in it because I want a longevity relationship with this person. I want something to last with this person, or I want it to just be, something that's going to help us and we're going to help each other. Whatever it is, just, be genuine about it, be cool about it. Don't expect nothing that first night or that first fucking week. It may be a month or 2 months till that other person opens the door for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but at the end of the day, it's starting that relationship,
Right.
You got to start it, and then build it,
Yeah.
and then just keep it solid.
Build relationships, stay committed, and be consistent.
And don't burn your bridges.
And don't burn the bridges. Yeah.
All right, then. So let's talk about today. Let's talk about what you got going on. You have an event coming up, and I really want to talk about that because I know a little bit about it. You're trying to bring people together.
Yeah.
So just talk to us about it. Just let us know and everybody else so they can pull up on us.
So for the last few years too, I've been thinking about, because when I first started off with this music stuff, obviously I started in Santa Barbara. So from there on, I got to meet every single 805 artist from San Luis Obispo down to Lompoc, Santa Maria, SB, Ventura, Oxnard, Moore Park, Fillmore, Santa Paula. You know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere, dog. I got to work with probably like 50 people from the 805, everyone that you guys already know. I've worked with them. There's not a single person who I have not touched or talked to, worked with, consulted, or helped in any other way. So when I started kind of seeing like, all right, now there's platforms popping up, because a few years ago, it was just artists here and engineers, maybe a few producers, but we didn't have podcasters. Mm-hmm. We didn't have people trying to be media, trying to be bloggers, or trying to be, of any of that craft or form.
100%.
They started coming out. So I started recognizing that, okay, we got that here now. We don't necessarily need to go anywhere else.
Right.
We got to build some people up here, but that's not to say we can't go. I want to build a bridge to where, because right now there's a bridge going over us. It's going from LA to the Bay and the Bay to LA. Because when artists from out of town, even from a different state, or artists from Texas, or artists from New York, wherever, they're going to come to LA, they're going to come to the Bay. They're not even going to think about coming here for anything. So I want to make that happen here to where the idea rises up, and it's not going to happen at this first event. This is the first annual, because it's going to be yearly, and it's always going to fall in August, because it's just the closest date I can get to 805. Eventually, we'll have an 805. This year landed on Monday. I know nobody's going to want to come on a Monday, but so I seen that, right? And that was the bigger picture. But I dissected a little bit more, and I seen, well, what can we work on from the ground up first? Where can we start? And I see a big disconnect from the northern counties of the 805 and the southern counties of the 805. There's a lot of talent up there in San Luis Obispo and Santa Maria. It's a whole different world. There's people's names I don't know of because I never heard of them. There's some that I have known them from doing shows up there. But I know there's a lot of people down here that don't know them. I know there's people up there that don't know a lot of people
That's
here.
100%. There being a disconnect is 100%.
There is a big disconnect. You know what I mean? And especially now there's platforms, bro. These platforms should be the ones that bring this connect together, you know, because they're the ones that are building up our 805 grounds and culture and talent and everything else that is going on around here. So and like we were talking about earlier too, podcasters are the new athletes, the new creatives, the new wave. The new wave, man. You know what I mean? You wanna push an artist on somewhere to get them going and popping. The new wave is to go through podcasters now. Do a podcast round. But, you know, so I seen this disconnect. And, you know, even throughout the times when I was doing shows and stuff, I get it, bro. Places are far and everything. I'm not saying everybody has to collab with everybody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we gotta just make music. But we have to support each other on Instagram, show love, repost shit, go to shows if we can go to shows, invite people to go to shows, work with other promoters, working with other promoters. There's a lot of promoters up there, a lot of promoters down here. Most recently, because I did the Cam de Guapo mini tour, I hired a couple of promoters. And one of the promoters I hired was Devin Smith from Ventura because he's the fucking best. Another one I hired was AP the Mac from up there in Lompoc and Santa Maria because he's the best at what he does up there. So they never met each other, never did nothing. But because of that tour, now they have some event going on coming up and they're working together. And there's another promoter, you know what I mean? So that's a connect.
And that's what it's all about.
And that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? Other connections I've made too. For instance, another one, Big E, and Play DeVille. I put that together. You shot the first video,
right.
Went to LA. After that, they're back and forth, making good music,
right.
Good vibes on each other's albums. That's the connect, bro.
Till this day. And that was many, many years ago. 2
other connections I made. Rucci from Inglewood with Blasta from Richmond up there. I just expected a song to be a banger and I wanted to put them together because I said, these guys sound tight. Not only that, this fool Blasta, he's coming up. So, you know what I mean? He's dope and I like his flow. So I put them together. And now after that, they're back to back. And they're on each other's albums now. And that's down here and up there. And they're going to each other and they're working with each other's artists too and everything, showing love. That's the connection, you know?
So the event is to get everybody together from the 805? Or
yeah.
What is it exactly? Okay. What is this event? Why should somebody want to come to this event? Talk to me.
Because if you want to get in contact, because the vendors are going to be media people. They're going to be podcasters. They're going to be videographers. They're going to be recording studios and engineers. They're going to be bloggers. That's who the vendors are going to be. The people who are participating, the attendees, are going to be the artists. So this event is really a community give back to the artists because of so much sacrifice that they put on the line to become who they are, to rep our area, to put money in our pockets and do things with each other and, help each other out. Like, I feel the artists sacrifice a lot. And not only that, it was also a way for people to meet your neighbor, bro. Meet who's next to us around here. And like I said, it doesn't have to be about music. It just has to be about knowing who each other are. My name is so-and-so. And, we're meeting everybody everyone's meeting each other pretty much for the first time in a way.
When and where?
August 3rd, Isla Vista, at the Isla Vista Community Center. For those who don't know, that's in Goleta. Right there by the beach, baby. Good vibes and everything.
Specific time?
We thought about 12 p.m. to 6. And the flyer's coming out as soon as this video comes out.
Right. I'm going to bust out with this ASAP.
Oh, yeah, dog, for sure. Hey, I still don't have the flyer. Turtle's working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming down.
Okay.
But,
all right, so that's the event. And then let's talk about just what you got going on the rest of 2024. Like, what's your goal and what you got going on?
Well, for the rest of 2024, man, I have my own platform. It's not just mine. I'm with a partner, Chapsworth. But for the past 3 years, he's been working on this platform, on this website, on this tool for the music industry. And he's a producer, he's an engineer, and he's been doing it for like, 20 something years. Went to school. He's worked with producers who worked on Tupac's albums, and he learned a lot of things from them. And they called him, the White Dre from Santa Barbara type shit. But you know what I mean? So he's been really dedicated and committed in the fucking Batcave working on this platform, this tool that we could use for the music industry, not just our area, but entirely. Right. And we're going to use it for the first time powering this event. So we're going to power this event kind of like if, you were to look for an event on Eventbrite, Ticketmaster type thing. You can go here, get your tickets. It's free. The event's free, but the tickets are just like RSVP tickets type shit. You know what I mean? Just so people can have it or whatnot, and we can keep count. And then, you'll be able to see the vendors on there and what they're about and contact him or whatever it is you want. It's going to be very creative, unique. Haven't seen too many like it. Actually, I don't even think I've seen any of it like it. It is literally a tool that is so useful for the music industry and nothing else. Like none of the bullshit that you would not need. This is right. So that's what is in my plan for the next few years, is working on that platform, building it up, building its clientele, and hoping to get at least 100 clients on, or 100 profiles on there by the end of the year. And then hopefully one day, our goals are to get 1 million subscribers, 1 million users using this off the app shop. You know what I mean? But we got to just meet each other, man. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? San Luis Obispo is all the way up there. I know we ain't just going to go up there for no fucking random reason. So I'm bringing everybody to the middle. You know what I mean? So that we could all just meet. And it's just for 4 hours, guys, out of your time, one day out of the year.
I would love to meet artists from over there because I don't know of any, to be honest, So I would love to meet artists.
They want to meet you. They've told me.
Yeah, I would love to meet them, and see what they got going on over there, because I'd love to tap into that area. Because like you said, we are disconnected. It's time to connect and get together, So
So I hope this event brings that. And I'm not expecting it this year. I'm expecting it years down the road. You know what I mean? It may not be this generation that does it. It may not be our people from our age that does it. Right. But it might be the next after the next. And that's okay. That's what this event is about. Because like I said, it's going to keep running and running without me, without you, without us. It's going to keep going and going on its own one day.
And that's the goal right there.
That's the goal.
That's right. Anything else you want to let the people know before we log off right here?
Yeah, just to everybody, man, just in general, just jump out of your own way. Don't let no one stop you. Don't let no one get in the way or tell you things that, they feel they have the right to or something, or are entitled to. Because if it doesn't feel right in your heart, don't do it. Don't listen to it. Do what you got to do, man. Because, at the end of the day, you get that feeling with your intuition, and that'll tell you everything right there. But not everybody can listen to their intuition. So you just got to really just learn your lessons sometimes, or, just take the experience and go with it. It's okay. This is life. There's no time limit to things except for death. But what we do within that time, we got to do it by all means necessary. By all fucking means necessary. So go get it. Go get it, man. You guys are young. And we're going to be here right here for you. Don't even worry about it.
There you go. Thank you very much for coming through, Antweezy. You're my first guest, so, appreciate you, for sliding by and just giving the people a lot of knowledge about the music game and a lot of things that go behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see, and many things that the artists need to learn about. Maybe they heard some things that's like, what? I don't really know what he's talking about right here, but I'm going to tap into it and learn. Because there's many things, there's many tools, like you said, many platforms. There's so many things out there that you can just kind of grab and just push yourself forward with, but if you don't know how you're supposed to do it. So you spit a lot of gems right now. So hopefully, the audience got to kind of soak a couple in.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, reach out to me, DM me. I don't have a platform. I don't have a podcast, nothing yet. You know what I mean? Somebody out there wants to collab or give me a show or let me run something. You know what I mean? We could do this because I would like to have a podcast to give gems, school people, educate people, and special also, and probably throw some mental health stuff in there too. You know what I mean? Because that's recently what I had to go through, and a lot of artists go through that. Don't lie, man. Even having artist block, that's mental stuff too, man. You gotta get it out your head, get around it, and you know what I mean. And there's different ways. I'm gonna tell you guys a book I read that really helped me change my ways and brought me to where I'm at now and the level of thinking that I'm at and why I'm just doing the things the way I'm doing them now. Three Magic Words. That's the name of the book. Three Magic Words. Go pick that up. Go pick that up and read it. You don't gotta read the whole thing. Just as long as you do every little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's all about commitment and consistency. So, and that's the same shit with music too, commitment and consistency. You don't got to go record every single day, but if you could do it one day out of the week, try doing it the next day. As long as you're committed and you're consistent, time will be on your side.
There you go. Destructive Films and Tweezy. Much love. We'll catch y'all on the next one.